Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Virginia. As you could probably tell, my voice is a bit wonky. I had a cold and now I'm incredibly hoarse. However, it is April. April is Autism Awareness Month, and I could not, um, would not, not come on and say something about that. So let me start by sharing that. I'm going to share something in this video that you probably don't see a lot in videos. And for this month, the month of April, you are going to see me post to the best of my ability Monday through Friday from April 1st all the way through the end of the month, talking about things that are literally life changing, life saving. And in some cases, there will be spoiler alerts. In some cases, there will be warnings. In some cases, there will be data and facts that could be triggering or alarming. If you know someone who is on the autism spectrum, serving someone with autism who is neurospicy or neurosparkly, because of course autism has comorbidities like ADHD and anxiety. That's the triple A. Then I want you to tag them, let them know about this. Again, this isn't about pumping me up or the information that I have solely, but it's about sharing information and stories that are going to, my prayer is that they will make an impact first in your lives and the lives of people that you work with. And if we can be a source of information that's going to help you or point you to places that are going to be a support to you, then great. But first and foremost, I want the information out there to be shared with people that are impacted. And this entire month, we're basically doing a lot of storytelling, and we're telling stories about people who are autism parents. You will consistently see the faces. You're going to see the funny stories, the funny moments, all the things that we make fun of. You've seen the videos about wandering and elopement and the silly things that we do, or the kids on the spectrum when they do things, when they're talking and speaking, or when they're working. And you're going to see all the awesome, when we have our little, homes that we have for them. You're going to see all the cool stuff everywhere you go this month. And I celebrate that. I love that. The funny moments and celebrations. I can almost guarantee you that it is few and far between that you see the downside. Usually the downside are the things that you see that make the news for a moment. They get a lot of reaction. Sometimes they funnel a short movement or policy change or a letter writing campaign, and then you don't see them as much anymore unless you're specifically looking for them. Every single day, I'm going to be highlighting the things that most parents, most families don't readily share. It, it, I'm not 100% sure what the reason is, but I'll tell you three that I thought of right away. Number one, what we normally don't share is because we normally don't share all the downside. Well, number one, it would be just too overwhelming. Be incredibly overwhelming for a parent who's already going through so much to share some of the dark side, the dark things, the dark thoughts, some of the concerns that we have um, outside of a joking light, because it's like, okay, either laugh or cry. And it's just too overwhelming. So that's one reason that you don't see a lot of it. The second is, some of the hate that parents already get, and some of the hate that our kids already get or adults already get. We don't want to see that, where you've had crass people say, oh, you should just, euthanize them, or you should just get rid of them, or one horrible thing that was said by newscasters related to homeless, and many homeless do have mental illness, was, we should just get rid of them. We should just kill them all, basically, is what he said. Um, and that wasn't too long ago. I'm talking like within the last year. So there's a fear that if we don't share the positives of what's going on with our kids and our families, then there'll be more data to basically say, well, this is why these kids aren't worthy. Because what do they have to offer? How can they get back to society? How can they add to the bottom line here and other places? And in many countries still, that's probably the third reason. In many countries still, kids on the spectrum, adults on the spectrum are hidden away. They're not talked about. They're thrown away, literally. I've worked with people and spoken to people in other countries where it's painful, right? To see what happens to kids and adults who are on the spectrum. So I'll be sharing some stories. This is a little bit of a, again, alert, to let you know there'll be things that we'll be talking about that if it's too much for you, you already know how we do this. Take a pause, take a break, pull away, do some self-care, do some things that are going to help you, and then come back and re-engage. Okay, that's what we want to see. We want to see the engagement. We want to see you sharing the post with someone who doesn't get it and who needs to get it. We want to see you sharing it with a parent or a loved one or a caregiver that needs the support that maybe you haven't supported before, that you can just come up to them and say, hey, I know it's not always easy, but you can talk to me at any time. I call them those 2 a.m., 3 a.m. friends. I have family members and friends that are my 2 a.m., 3 a.m. friends. They don't want to be woken up just at that time of morning for anything. But if I have a need, I don't even think twice. These are the people that I'll text in the middle of the night or call in the middle of the night to say, hey, I'm not doing okay. And I'll get a response back immediately. So that's what you might need to be for a family member, a friend, a coworker, somebody. And we'll talk about ways that you can do that in a safe way for you and a safe way for them. My voice isn't great right now. I'm going to rest it in between. I've been resting it for the last 3 or 4 days. But just know that I'm here using my voice for those who can't, right? For a variety of reasons. So just want to say thank you for joining us. And I pray that you have a very blessed day on purpose. That's your first call to action. Your second call to action is to think of somebody that you know who's impacted by someone being on the autism spectrum, and think about what you want to learn in the next 30 days to be a support to them. Okay? You take care.